Well, it's certainly been quite the trek to the final clip of this game, that's for sure. Still, the ending has finally come, and we've got a timer on the bottom to tell us just how much urgency we should feel as we try to escape Dark Aether, now that we've fucked over this entire dimension. But it really have been asking too much for the game to do more to make the dimension falling apart around us feel like it meant something. Some visual signs that the place is collapsing in on itself or something. The first game certainly did a good job of that, with the space station we started off in going to hell all around us and exploding. Is it just me, or is there more phase on here than when we last came by the place? Well, Darksam has certainly never had this ability before. But again, she's been getting stronger just the same as we have, and apparently that power, it has not been good for her. Holy shit. Granted, I'm not an expert in whatever kind of freaky creature she actually is beneath the suit she stole from us in the previous game, but I don't think her skull being visible despite the helmet is a good sign. She just looks so much more like a hellish revenant, ready to gain vengeance, that I am shocked she doesn't get to keep this aesthetic when she pops up again in the following game. But then I suppose it makes sense that the clone of our hero loses some of the upgrades she has when we get to the next game, since Samus is doomed to do the same regardless of what happens. Well, at least now we're able to hurt her. Why the hell did they give her moments of temporarily invulnerability here, when we explicitly need to beat her before the timer runs out? Sure, it's not the oddest design decision in this game, but it's still kind of annoying to me, especially since we'd have no choice but to go through the rather long, irritating fight against the Ink King again if we fail against her. And no matter how much I like Dark Samus, she isn't worth that much trouble in this game. Look, can you stop spamming the frickin' hyper beams already? You're not landing any hits with that. Well, the missiles certainly feel like they're doing damage faster than the power beam. Okay, what fresh tracking hell is this? What am I even looking onto here? Again with the damn shield. I know she wants us dead, but come on, don't just run out the clock to be a spiteful bitch. I want an outright brawl like the previous two Dark Samus encounters. We're supposed to shoot Phazon right back at her. Something we've never been able to do before in this game. Granted, we could shoot Phazon at the end of Metroid Prime, the first one, when we were fighting against, well, the Metroid Prime. But that was because we had the Dark Suit, something specifically designed to turn Phazon from a danger to something harmless to us and a potential weapon. The very suit that Dark Samus is wearing as she fights us right now. The ability we have right now came out of nowhere. Okay, so apparently she just sends missiles away now with a force field of some kind, but it's still vulnerable to beams? That would probably feel more awesome if this fight didn't feel like she was blatantly trying to stall us for time and let the clock kill us. Granted, I'm having far more fun against Dark Samus than any of the three forms of the King, but it still feels odd that the second fight against her felt a hell of a lot better to me than the final one. Though I will admit, the first fight was kind of a nothing affair that I just didn't think of much. Fucking hell, I shouldn't have to learn how to do something brand new when we're in the final 10 minutes of such a damn long game. Again, it has been a fun ride overall, but fundamentally speaking, this is indeed the weakest Metroid I've gone through. And the Wii remake just didn't do anything to fully fix the issues I take issue with here. And I doubt the Switch version will either. Sure, we're making progress in this fight, we're past a halfway point on the health bar, but this boss fight, and the rather extended one just before it, just highlighted many of the issues with the combat design in this game. Things that really don't support us fighting against especially durable damage sponges, even if we are a damage sponge ourselves. I'm sorry, but the endgame sequence should feel like a highlight of the game's strengths, not its flaws. Maybe it's just a matter of me having different personal tastes than the people who made this game. Regardless, I am very much glad this is the last bit of footage I have for it. I am just done with it on so many levels, with only somewhere under 2.5 minutes of gameplay left to slog through on my way to the credits. You know, when you know what you're doing against her, this part of the fight is kinda tedious, really. And again, that probably was not the intended emotional reaction here. Oh dear, we're down to our last energy tank. Things are certainly coming down to the wire. A wire that would probably have more slack if this bitch would stop with the whole temporary invulnerability bullshit. Again, it's more fun than the King, but that doesn't mean it isn't its own version of frustrating design decisions. Right, just a few more hits left to go, and I'm sure she's thinking the same thing. Stop stolen on the clock! This game has already had more than enough padding after all of those keys. And there we go, our time on Aether is finally done. Really looking forward to forgetting most of our experience here again. Well, you certainly can't deny Dark Samus's tenacity here. She will just keep coming until her body is completely broken, and then take quite a bit of time to rebuild her body afterwards for the next try. I'm sure she was part of the inspiration behind the Dark Souls franchise. I love that Samus has wide eyes here, just going, how the hell is this bitch still trying to attack me when she's got nothing left? Of course, we've also kind of forgotten about the imminent destruction of this version of the planet, the thing we kind of set off. Now is probably a good time to start moving again. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Why the hell didn't these Ing try to anything at all while their leader was fighting, or just before we grabbed the energy that made this entire planet unstable? They literally waited until it was too late to save their world and civilization to make a move against us here. Samus isn't even gonna give these late bastards the dignity of a fight. She just realized that the timer got to 0 while this cutscene has been going on, so it's most definitely time to leave. I'm sure that leap and landing was supposed to be awesome, but I'm too busy groaning at the stupidity around here. I can't feel anything about destroying the world that the Ing came from. Nothing positive or negative. It's just something that happened a good deal after it probably should have. Huh. Seems more than just you Moss is awake now that we won the entire war for them. And again, I am just as uninterested in the Luminoth as I was in the Ing. Wait, did we seriously just lose all but the Vieira suit just by finishing this job for them? Is that just a thing for the Metroid Prime games, that our heroine loses some upgrades just as the credits roll, so she starts off with less in the next game? Not that I'm gonna miss many of the duels from this game, but dear God. I really wish them bowing to us meant something to me other than just goodbye. And apparently Samus isn't such a hurry to leave. All she does is a flippant wave as she gets back to her parking space. Really hope we never have to bother with this planet again. It was just far more trouble than it was worth. Wait, there's a hard mode in this borderline broken game? Oh dear God, no. No! Who the hell greenlit this? And, wait, I could have sworn we were at this for around 20 hours. It was only 16. I call bullshit.